sun's shining, the waves are crashing in the background, and we're on the Portuguese Silver Coast. And why are we here? Well, Steve from Intrepid Trails, I met him back at the ABR festival a few months ago, and he invited me over for a beer after I finished setting up my tent. And this is a lesson why you should always accept a beer from a stranger. Let's go. The location of Intrepid Trails is Figueira da Foz, a coastal town almost halfway between Porto and Lisbon, meaning flights are relatively short and cheap regardless of where you are in Western Europe. We stayed at the Paint Shop Hostel, which is also owned by Steve and his wife Deb. The word hostel might put you off, but it's a well-equipped, comfortable stay with a choice of dorm rooms or private rooms, and it's located just a walking distance from the main town and beach. It's a great location for them venturing off to visit the nightlife or grab a bite to eat after dipping your toes in the sea. Steve picked us up in his van to take us on a whistle-stop tour of the area. This is what it shows when you have a good guide, being given some local history and knowledge to whet our appetite of what was to come. We then headed through the winding roads and through villages and stopped by his house where all the hire bikes and extras are kept. Steve, thanks for having us along. Why don't you tell us a little bit about Intrepid Trails, what it is, how you started and who it's for?
Right, okay, so we started Intrepid Trails five years ago now.
Okay.
So yeah, we lived here in Portugal for just over 10 years, I think, something like that. And we have a hostel here. Yeah. So we do surf camps, that sort of thing, and meet loads of strange people. But I've always been into bikes and always had a bike, and we went through all the trails here, just some amazing trails, you know. And it'd been my dream to start a company like this, and that started from way back in the year 2000 when me and my father, we rode the Baja.
Oh wow.
And I remember doing that, and at the time the guy who was actually doing the company was selling it. Right. And we would have like, oh man, you know? But the timing wasn't right and everything. But that was the seed that was set in my mind to put the two together and do something like this. And it was almost fate that we came here, and when we moved here, we didn't know anything about all the trails that they had here. So every spare moment I had, I'd be going out on the bike and going down the trails, and I remember I'd come back and I'd be like real buzzing, constantly going about it, and my wife there would be like, yeah, you told me that. But so then we started it up, and yeah, it's obviously it started off really well, but then COVID came, and that affected so many companies. But yeah, now it's starting to pick up again, and it's amazing because some of the trails are so amazing. I imagine like when you take people out on the ride, and you know that you come into one section, you think, oh man, they're going to love this bit, and then like to see them at the end after the trail,
their experience and their.
I always say like I wish I could go back and ride the trails for the first time. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So, but like it's amazing, and all the people you meet. I really think that bikers are a real great group of people, you know.
Yes.
It doesn't matter if you're an engineer or you're a van driver or whatever. You share that common gene that everyone loves riding bikes, you know.
Yeah.
So.
But today it's only us two.
Yeah, just us two. What happens in the woods stays in the woods.
Well, let's find out what happens. Let's get to it. After getting geared up while still worrying about what might happen in the woods, the 2024 Sherco SEF 300 was wheeled out into the beautiful Portuguese sunshine. Steve had only just bought this bike new, and it had just a handful of miles on the clock, so of course it's going to look good. I was intrigued. It looks fantastic, but how would it ride? Well, there's only one way to find out. Look at this. Isn't that nuts?
have so much more riding. And he was saying he reckons you could ride for about 6 hours and only touch one road and not actually ride on it like this, like just cross over it. Yeah, buddy. He's going for it already. Oh man, this is scary when you're riding injured. Fuck me, look at this. Let's go down a gear. Just ride it nice and gentle. No silly little whoopsies. Take it easy. Hold on with your knees, boy. Don't use your arms. Oh. Don't get carried away. Oh. Here we go, getting carried away. Go on, she's a 300, she'll take it. Mate, this is sick.
Once we'd hit a couple of trails, our stomachs were rumbling, which meant one thing: lunchtime.
What we got going on here?
So basically, this is a little French girl. That's what it translates from, but it is a Francesinha. I've had one before and I'm still scared. We don't know what meat's in it. It could be human.
So what's it got? It's got 4 meats, did you say?
Yeah, 4 meats, like a ham, a steak, a sausage, and maybe some pork, with melted cheese and a fried egg in like a sauce with fries.
And why is it called the Little French Girl again?
Because years ago, when the French used to come back here after the dictatorship, they always seemed to have like the best things, the best clothes.
Yeah.
So this sandwich is supposed to replicate that and have the best things: meat,
The best
cheese,
of everything.
and eggs.
Holy moly, look at that bad boy.
That's better.
No way of knowing what is in that, but
No, I'm a bit scared too.
yes, we've got some sausage in there.
Yeah. Got some pigeon.
Do you think it's chorizo as well?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It's bacon, chorizo.
And this is a traditional, from this area at least.
Yeah, Silver Coast
Sort of,
is
yeah.
around here. So Porto and
And how much, you said this is like €9 for soup, this,
yeah.
and a drink.
Yeah.
And a dessert.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Got no chance of riding any sense. I mean, I didn't anyway, but now even less so.
Getting geared up after the 3-course lunch was a lot harder than it had been first thing. But now it was time for a proper play in the woods, with Steve occasionally taking the reins of the 300 just to show me what it could really do.
Mate, this is awesome! Little wheelie. Whoa, nearly lost the front. Whoa, that was just wide enough for the bars to go through. Oh, he stalled it again. Mate, how is this your job? This is f***ing awesome.
It's a hard life, but someone's got to do it.
Oh mate, I'm so envious of this.
It's not clear in Howler, isn't it?
All too soon, the day was over. Even though we only had a weekend, it was well worth it. Riding bikes, visiting a new country, drinking cheap beer, and enjoying watching the Atlantic waves crash into those beautiful sandy beaches. The only thing left was to thank Steve for his hospitality, kindness, and for being a great dude all round.
Steve, what can we say? What an awesome day. Thank you very much for letting me come out here and have a play. Even though it wasn't super techie riding, and you were just saying there's hard enduro stuff if you really want to. What was it? Used for the international?
Yeah, so they had the International Six Days Enduro here in 2009.
Okay.
So if you go on YouTube and put that in,
yeah,
you can see some of the trails, and we can ride some of those trails if you want it sometimes.
So if you're a seriously handy rider?
Yeah, if you're into your hard enduro, you can try some of those.
But then even like the stuff we've been doing today, it's fairly easy, fairly flowing. So yeah, it's something for everyone.
Yeah.
Covers all bases.
And
what can we say? Bikes are mint, the riding's fantastic, the beer's cheap, the weather's good.
The guide's okay.
The guide's alright, he's alright. No, you're a great guy, and yeah, seriously, thank you very much for letting me come out here and have a play. If you've liked seeing this and you want to watch some more videos, then click over here and you can go and watch some of that. And 99% of you aren't subscribed, so please click down there and have a look. But if you haven't already, go and check out Steve, Intrepid Trails, all the details in the description below. And yeah, we'll catch you in the next one.
Cheers guys.
Take it easy.